Hello everyone, this is Mr. Smith. I hope that you're all doing well, you're all safe and happy. I've got for you here the first assignment for half-term 6 home learning with communications, and I'm going to talk you through exactly what you need to do, so you should have full confidence in creating this piece of work. What I'm looking at here is the work pack that has been attached to your class charts instructions, and what I'm going to do is just talk you through what each of these things are. So first of all, although this might look like a very long document with a lot in it, actually several of these sheets are support or templates that you can use, and it doesn't mean that you've got page after page after page of assignments. So when I look at this sheet here, 1B, the planning table, you can print off or copy this and use it to complete task 1. These two sheets here, you can see the two grids. These are timetable templates, and you can print off or copy them or adapt them into completely new styles to create your timetable. And finally, the last page of the document is the maker's diary, which simply has a series of questions and space to answer them. You could print it off, or you can answer those questions on a different piece of paper. The choice is absolutely yours. So out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages that I've sent out to you, 4 of these are templates for you to fill in. It's only the other 4 that contain instructions or examples that you really need to think about. What I'm going to do now is talk you through those instructions and try to make sure that everything here is absolutely clear, and then hopefully you'll be able to get started straight away. As always, if you have any questions or you are stuck with this work, you can contact me via class charts and send me a message, and I'll be checking my class charts messages daily, so you should get a reply within about 24 to 48 hours. So let's begin. Zooming in on the instructions page. So here we can see the opening page, which gives you your title, your date, your submission date, the 12th of June 2020. That is Friday, so you've got from today until Friday to complete this piece of work. An estimated completion time of 80 minutes. So working right the way through this, I expect it will take you about 80 minutes. That's 1 hour and 20 minutes to complete. You don't need to do it all at once. You can chunk it up into smaller tasks and break it up throughout the week. Or you may wish to do this as the very first thing, because you are creating a timetable as part of this work, and then you can fit everything else in. So let's have a little look. Here we've got what am I doing, which just explains that you are going to create a timetable to help you fit your home learning into your family life. And it goes on to us, why do I need a timetable and why is it useful? So communications lessons are all about teaching you the tools, the skills, and the knowledge that allow you to be more effective, more confident, and more efficient as a learner. The ability to plan your time is absolutely crucial. And by doing this activity, you're not only making a useful tool that's going to help you to organize your life, you're also planning really essential skills of forward planning, organizing, prioritizing. And whether we're talking about getting ready for school exams, organizing your life in general, impressing your boss at work, impressing the clients of the company that you have set up and own, whatever point of your life you're at, those skills are really important. So doing this is an absolutely fantastic piece of work to develop your skills, not only for school but for life. You will submit the timetable and a copy of the maker's diary, and I'm also going to ask you for some proof of planning, and that could just be a photo of your planned notes. It could be, if you've made notes on the computer, then just that file. But basically you'll be submitting 3 sheets to me. 1, evidence of planning. 2, timetable. 3, maker's diary. Now, scrolling a bit further down, we get to 1A. Now, each of these tasks, as you can see, is numbered and lettered if I have to break it up even more. It tells you exactly what you need to do and gives you a rough time limit that you should be setting for yourself. So when I say you can chunk up the tasks and break them up before, this is what I mean. You might say, okay, I've got 20 minutes now, I'll do task 1A, and then I'll move on. So to begin with, it is a pre-planning sheet. And what you're going to do is divide up your day, your life into these categories, starting with sleep, meal times, and available times, which are the things that you can't move or can't change. And you're going to make a little list of them. If I just zoom out, then what you can see here on this side is 1B, the planning table, which is for you to fill in. So here it says sleep, make a note of your bedtime and waking up time. Here we have sleep, bedtime, for you to make a note of, wake time, and then work out how many hours there is in between that. Are you getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep? Because that is what medical science tells us a person of your age needs to get every night. If not, that might be something to think about, and this is why timetables are good. They help us to figure out are there any parts of our life that we could be changing or doing better maybe. And it goes on this way. Meal times, when do these happen? Unavailable times, why and when? The next step is about planning around the other people in your life. So talk to your family about when do we spend time together, when would you like to? Step 3 is all about studying. So once we've got out of the way the things that we definitely cannot avoid and the things that we have to plan with other people in mind, now we can start putting our subjects to study. And remember that you've got your 3-week cycle now. So in each week there's 4 or 5 subjects that you're studying. So actually you've got a little bit more time to devote to each one. Use the star system to show how much time you might need. So if you use 1 star per hour, for example, then this activity would be 1.5 stars to cover 80 minutes or 90 minutes. If you've got a big art project, that might be maybe 3 stars because you want to give 3 hours to sitting down and drawing out and planning and everything else. You know best which suits you, but I will recommend that you always try to think that within that 1 hour, allow yourself 5 to 10 minutes of a break. So after about 45 to 50 minutes, you'll find your attention is generally going somewhere else. You're slowing down, you're a bit distracted. At that point, take a very short break. Get up from wherever you are, walk away from your studying, move around, do some exercise, grab a drink of water, and then come back and your mind will be refreshed and you'll be ready to do your next hour. And that's one of the tricks that I use when I'm working for hours on end, and it makes you a very effective worker. So do try that out. The last step is downtime, which is all about how you relax, and that's really important. It might sound weird to plan that out, but I promise you, if you're planning out the rest of your day and then you know, right, I have got 2 hours at the end of the day when I can chill out, read a book, play a game, you know that that's what that time is for. A, it makes it easier to do your work because you know there's chill out time coming later. B, it makes it easier to enjoy what you're doing later on because you know this is the time for it and there's nothing else that I need to do. Also, don't forget exercises here. Try and plan in plenty of activities for yourself. Aim for 2 hours of exercise a week. Again, that's medical advice for a person of your age. Doesn't matter what you do as long as you're doing it. So you've gone through all this 20 minutes, it's filled in, very nice. It's time to actually think about making the calendar itself. And here we've got our little introduction. Now this is a bigger task, 40 minutes doing and thinking time. And that thinking time is important. Don't just pile in and start making your timetable straight away. Think about how you want to do this. There are 3 examples, 1, 2, 3. And each of these have been developed slightly differently. We have the traditional school day. So if someone's able to, if you have a place you can sit with a laptop for the school day from 8:30 till 3, maybe you've got a desk in your room or something like that, then this might be the best way for you to plan it. Get up, have breakfast, start work, go right the way through the day, finish up. Now you might not have that opportunity and you might have to work a little bit more flexibly. So here we have a couple of hours of studying in the morning, and then we've had to have a break here for family commitments, and then back to some studying, and then another break, and then more studying. And this is maybe fitting around other people in the house who need to use the workspace, fitting around other commitments like walking pets, like visiting shielding family members, things like that. Finally, you might want to be a little bit less rigid, a bit more flexible, and in this example you can see that it's actually been split up into morning, afternoon and evening. So you've got 3 hours of schoolwork plus walk the dog, and whenever that happens within that morning, that's fine. It might seem like the easiest one to plan, but actually it's one of the trickiest ones, because you've got to do a whole nother level of organizing after this. Because if I'm saying, right, I'll do 3 hours of work in the morning, okay, fine, I need a list of what I will do in those 3 hours so it isn't wasted time. So this is a more streamlined plan, but it means that you need to have a plan, a backup behind this to make sure that you're actually using your time really well. So take a moment to think about which of these you might use, maybe talk it through with someone at home if you're not sure, and then either pick a template or make your own or adapt one of these. This is a Word document, so it's absolutely fine for you to edit this. You can change them up, you can merge cells, you can do all of these things, and you are going to fill in the template. Once it's been filled in, read over it, get somebody else to read over it. Does it make sense? Is anything missing? All the time you're making this timetable, you should be referring back to this plan that you filled in, making sure you've not left out any subjects or any important things that you cannot avoid doing. That's why you plan, of course, to make sure that this part goes really well. And when it's all been filled in, make sure it's attractive. Maybe color code it. You could even decorate it. I don't mind, but the point is you should be able to look at that and with a very little amount of effort understand exactly what you're doing. And a really effective way of doing that can be color coding. So blue for English, red for history, green for communications. All I have to do is just look at that page and I can see, right, blue block, I'm doing English right now. And once all that has been done, the final piece for you to do is your maker's diary. So this one should take about 20 minutes. And again, this might well be something that you do later on as a different chunk. A series of questions and space for you to answer. So the point here is being reflective. It's being thoughtful about your answers. And you can fill it in on this sheet, either handwritten or typed out, or you could handwrite this on a different piece of paper. But if you do that, please make sure you write in full sentences or write out the question, then the answer. Otherwise, it will not make sense when I come to read it. Once all of that has been done, submit this to me via ClassCharts. There should be 3 documents. 1, some proof of your planning. Now that could be a photo of planning by hand, the type of document, I don't mind. 2, your timetable. And 3, your maker's diary. So submit. 1, proof of planning. 2, timetable. 3, maker's diary. And then you're done. So if you have any questions, message me on ClassCharts. If your parents, guardians, carers have any questions, message me through the school app, which will come to me. If you think you're stuck, reread, rewatch this video, do your very best. I really can't wait to see what you do. And remember that the submission date is the 12th of June, which is this Friday. Thank you very much. Have a great week and good luck.